Yeah. Aye, from the capital, the station is now the ultimate power in the universe, baby. Overview Radio, bring you Overview podcast with your boy Joey Badubi Jr. I'm alongside the Big Benny today, but I'll introduce him later on. For now, it's time for the Chief Ghost.
Chief Ghost is the name. Chief Ghost is the name, and Central is where the boy is from, and Overview is what I represent. We outside, but we're still in the building.
Yeah,
what
man.
else? Go mutane, go calamari, go no PT.
Yeah.
What hell? Go Central, man. We're outside, but we're still in the building. Like
Northern Cape, Eastern Cape, Gauteng,
everywhere,
Mpumalanga,
everybody,
everywhere, man.
Mr. Benny.
Yes, big man. I'm good. I'm feeling great, man. Good to be here.
Looking lovely.
Thanks. I try.
Yeah, guys, this is a very interesting episode, man. We are joined by none other than BurnOut
Sessions is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Yeah, man. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man.
Yeah.
I feel so alive being here in Gabs.
Yeah.
It's such a great feeling.
Yeah.
Reason why I'm saying great feeling, because I got a great warm reception, man. Good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Welcome to Gaborone once again, man. I bet this is what you've been getting. Welcome to Gabs. Welcome to Botswana.
Oh, no, thanks, man. This is my fourth time I'm coming here. I've been coming here the past 3 times just to come and play and out again.
Yeah.
So this time around, man, I'm on the ground.
Man,
I'm with the people. I'm
doing the purpose and all that.
Yes, doing my purpose.
Yeah.
I'm here to launch my book. Yes. So definitely, you can do the introduction towards that.
Yeah, man. How is Gaborone? Like,
Gaborone is it's warm. I can feel the warm reception. Reason why is that people do stay, but they do greet. They do greet and they do acknowledge that they watch they watch football.
Yeah.
And also I would say that the atmosphere, not the atmosphere, the air. The altitude. I can feel that the nostrils the nostrils are clear. And the throat is good. So I'm also thankful for the nature of Botswana.
What's the difference between, like, the quickest difference that you can pick up between Gaborone and Joburg now? Obviously, like, Gaborone is a smaller town or city compared to Joburg, but what else do you see in difference?
The first obvious, man.
No. Like maybe the women.
No, not even. Not even.
Prettier?
Not even.
Oh, less prettier.
Which one is which one?
Which one is which one?
I haven't seen much. Yes,
Yeah.
it's my second day. This is the first time I left the hotel coming to you.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen much. Maybe in our next podcast, I'll tell you more about that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But,
from the environment is different.
Yeah.
It's more chilled and tranquil to the side, compared to the busy Johannesburg.
Yeah.
So I feel the peace. So I think I'm at peace.
Yeah, awesome. Being a football player, you have traveled a lot, obviously.
Yeah.
I bet you've been to almost every part of the world, eh?
Whew. Not almost. The world is so big. The world is so big, but I've visited a lot of countries.
Like you haven't been to South America, right?
I've been to South America.
You've been there? Like, it's almost no. Like, have you been to the States?
Well.
I've been to the States as
to
well.
Europe?
I've been to
Asia?
I've played in Europe. I've been to Asia.
Yeah, to Africa.
Let's say I've been on all the continents.
Which country would you say that it's the most beautiful? Don't say Botswana for obvious cases. That's right. You don't have to say it. Honestly, of all the countries that you have traveled to, which one would you say it's the most beautiful country?
The beauty, there's a lot of differences in terms of the beauty.
Interesting.
When we talk about nature, I'm a person who loves nature, who loves the outdoors. And then you also get countries that's got the beauty with their infrastructure. I would say, America with their infrastructure. Yeah,
America.
definitely. But the
USA.
beauty, man, is here on the beauty of our agriculture, of our nature, is here on the continent.
Yeah,
you
the
know,
continent.
it's
Yeah, the
crazy.
motherland.
The motherland, the
Yeah.
motherland.
Yeah.
I've been to Kenya twice. In Kenya, I just love it there. With the safari, the people, the traditional food. Just the way they live, the way they live, the way they build their houses. Also, it's just different to the rest of the world. I think in terms of that kind of beauty, and how they make their own food as well. Plant food is what I also love eating. So
what is your favorite meal?
My favorite meal, when I also came here as well, my favorite meal, I love anything that to do with Morocco. Morocco.
Okay.
Where is it? Papa in Morocco.
Yeah, Papa in Morocco.
If I can.
Papa in Vlees, huh? They're like, what's Vlees?
Vlees.
Yeah.
Sometimes they say pap and fleece, like.
Fleece,
Yeah.
yes.
Fleece, okay.
Fleece is meat.
Fleece.
Yes.
Okay, pap fleece in Morocco.
Yes, correctly so. Yes, with your tomato gravy.
Yeah.
Yes.
One thing that I like about, one thing that I admire and envy South Africans for, is that, most of them are polyglots, Yeah, like they can speak multiple languages.
Yeah.
For you, how many languages can you speak?
Oh, with me, I'm not that. I'm not that blessed, being multilingual. What do we say? Multilingual. Yeah.
Polyglot.
Yeah. So, I speak a little bit of Zulu, a little bit of Sotho, a little bit of Tswana. Yeah, I would say so.
Obviously.
English, obviously, and Afrikaans. Afrikaans is my second language.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
So I try. And when
it's
I was
a lot of languages.
Yes, and when I was in the Netherlands, the Dutch that's close to Afrikaans, I speak as well. A little bit of Serbian when I was in Serbia.
Yeah.
So I try.
Yeah. So like when someone speaks Tswana, like you'd understand.
I would understand. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Definitely. Yes.
How can we entertain him with like a little bit of Tswana? Ask him something in Tswana.
We'll think about it along the way.
Oh, go
Hey.
Okay. Yeah. Born and raised in Reiger Park. Like, do I announce it properly?
Reiger.
Or Reiger.
Yes.
Or Reiger Park.
Yes.
Or it's
correct.
Afrikaans.
It's Afrikaans.
Okay. Yeah. Like that's a Boksburg township.
Correct. Yeah.
Tell me about like the experience of Reiger Park and.
Growing up in Reiger Park was very difficult. I grew up just outside Reiger Park. In an informal settlement called Ramaphosa Informal Settlement.
Like Ramaphosa?
Yes, like Ramaphosa.
Like as in cereal?
Like as in the main man himself.
Yeah.
I don't know where the name come from. I don't know why they named it that, but it's attached to Reiger Park. So I would be schooling in Reiger Park. And growing up in a shack wasn't easy because my mom is originally from the Eastern Cape, and she came to Joburg to make a life, and she made my dad here, and I was born here. There, because we're right now in Gaps. I was born there in Boksburg, because my mom met my dad, whom he is from Boksburg. Yeah. And growing up there was in the dusty streets of Reiger Park, Ramaphosa. Extension 5 informal settlement. It was fun, I would say. Reason why I'm saying it was fun, I was the vibey kid. I was the energetic kid that gets sent to do everything. Go buy bread, go buy my train ticket. I was the trust friend amongst my circle, and I would say because of why I'm saying I enjoyed it is because. I was the boy that was loved by most of my friends and family.
And apparently that's where you got the nickname Die Hunt.
D-Hunt.
D-Hunt.
Yes, D-Hunt. So Incha. Wincha.
Bova.
Exactly. And the dog, the top dog.
How did that nickname come about?
I got that nickname through my friends.
Oh, okay.
So I was dribbling them left and right when we played street soccer, you know.
Yeah.
And then one of my friends, he would say, "I know you, you're top dog. You're top dog. We in Jaga Polo, you know." So I took that name, that nickname, and I carried it with me. When I turned into academy, and then when I turned professional.
Yeah, pro,
exactly. And it comes with the celebration as well. So when I'm meaning this, you know, Iwincha, it's the same like your John Cena, you know, you can't touch me, you know, I'm the top dog, facts. So I took that with me all the way through my career in representation of where I come from, and what to thank my friends, you know, for playing such a vital role in my journey.
Yeah, you mentioned that it's also like the title of your book, From a Shack to
Destiny.
Yeah, to Destiny.
Yeah,
as you mentioned earlier on, you grew up in a shack.
Yeah.
How many siblings do you have?
I only got an elder brother.
Yeah, an elder brother. Was both mom and dad there?
Mom and dad was both there. Dad was there in the beginning and he left us.
And then he left.
And when I turned professional, he came back. You know how it goes.
I will come back too.
Yeah. You know how it goes. So I accepted him back. You know, yes. And then unfortunately, COVID took him. Yes. Back in 2020. Yes. So
But were you guys close?
We weren't close. We weren't close. When he got accepted back, in the home airport. Because now, you saw, there's some stability, you know.
Wait, he came back into all of your lives, including mom's life.
Including mom's life.
Oh, wow. And then like the whole family accepted him back.
Yes, because mom asked me. I didn't want. I wasn't. Let me put it in the correct tense. I wasn't happy about it. But mom asked me, you know, for him to be accepted back. And I prayed about it since I'm a Christian boy. And I forgave him. But we never had that interaction relationship because he was still doing his things. Although I tried, probably he will change his ways, but he was still doing his things, you know, what he used to do. So we never had that father child relationship. But one thing that I know is that at least I got to live, or I got to spend some time with him, you know.
Is it part of why? Because I was reading on the book I haven't got the chance to read much, but you know, I scribbled through. Is it part of why you are, if I'm not mistaken, you're in collaboration with some association or foundation that is for boys who grew up without fathers?
Correct. Correct. So yes. So the author of the book actually is Dr. Charlie Peterson. He approached me because he didn't even know that I grew up without a father. He didn't know that, but what he first saw approaching me at an angle as a life coach when I had a dry season at Kaizer Chiefs, you know, and he approached me and he said to me, you know what, you can get back to your best. So he got that best out of me again, and I left.
As a life coach.
As a life coach, and I left Chiefs with history, and then he said, no, this history needs to be documented. So then he documented my whole life, my autobiography, which we have here.
Awesome.
You know, and so when he got to know more about me, about what my life is about, and then he's like, maybe we are stars aligned, you know. Maybe I'm God sent, because his foundation is doing a work with the boys, you know, in terms of grooming boys to become better men in their community, to be better fathers, you know, to be there for your child. Don't be an absent father, you know. Also young boys who aspire to be somebody in life as well. So he covers everything with what it has to do with boys and also men in society as well, for us to not forget that we are the kings, you know, and we've got to live like a king, and we've got to behave like a king. So when I said to you,
satisfy all the archetypes.
Exactly. So when I was like, wow, your foundation does that. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me also start my foundation. And then we merged, so from the sports side and then his life side coming together, we can definitely make a change in that boy child out there. Yeah.
Interesting. So, I mean, contrary to your paps, like you are family orientated.
Yeah.
I mean, you and your wife, Wendy, always posting your family and all that.
Oh, yeah.
What motivates you? I mean, for someone who grew up without a dad and then to, because as people would like to assume that if a person is like that, he might have emulated it from somewhere.
Yeah.
From their parents or whatsoever. What motivated you to become so family orientated?
Oh, thanks, Junior. That's a good question. Even in the book, because the friends I had in Reiger Park, because I was living in a shack, and my friends in Reiger Park, they're living in good houses. They're sleeping on a good bed.
Yeah.
So, in the evenings, I would ask them if I can sleep over. Because leaving my friend's house late, I'm thinking, oh, now I'm gonna go back to the floor, or I'm going back to this circumstance, and then I would stay over.
Yeah.
And there's this family that always like to have me around, and they said to me, you can sleep here whenever you want, you can stay here whenever you want. So that's when I got it to feel that family love. And this person, Umvili, he also passed away. He took me in as his own, child, and that's when I got to feel the love, and that's when I got to get that thing inside me, as how much important family is. So when I turned professional and when I got famous now, and a whole lot of stuff came. When you first get this big salary and your head is all over the place and there's no control.
Yeah.
And then he gave me that advice and he said to me, young man, you got to control this, So my girlfriend, Wendy, that time, when she was there? She was there.
Like, was she the first?
Sorry for another day.
Okay.
Yeah. So no, she wasn't my first. Yeah, but when she then I asked her to come and stay with me. When she stayed with me, it actually brought stability in my actions. And when your actions are controlled, it leads to better circumstances,
true.
And better results.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely focused.
Yeah.
And then the person Umveli, then I said to him, I know, thanks for this, because actually now I'm in the correct path.
Yeah.
And few years down the line, I think 3-4 years down the line, I just took the decision to marry Wendy.
Yeah.
Mrs. Parker today.
Yeah.
Because I just wanted to show the appreciation that how much of what she means to me, and let's build from here on, and let's build something strong. So we've been married. Here I am. We've been married now for 13 years.
Yeah.
Next week is our anniversary.
Yeah.
Please wish me on the socials.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yo,
sure.
Bernard, that's a very solid story, man. Like, that's
Thanks.
a very inspiring story because, like I said earlier, what people see, if you see you, like if the people watch you maybe on TV or whatsoever living a certain way, you think that that's how you are brought up. They don't know that, you had to change some certain dynamics of your lives and all that.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's very
And
inspiring.
sacrifices that I had to make as well. Yes. So we can say family is everything.
Exactly. Were you born again that time?
Um,
When did you give your life to Christ?
I was actually always a Christian boy.
Okay.
Because of the School of Excellence.
Oh,
Where my development where I was developed.
Yeah.
We were taught always to pray.
Okay.
Before anything.
Yeah,
Before anything. So, but I wasn't baptized. I didn't belong to any church. I wasn't baptized.
Yeah.
So, but I just got to learn and understand God through the School of Excellence. And then later on, because Wendy is Catholic, so I had to find a church for my family to go to.
Yeah.
and associate ourselves to certain church as a family.
Yeah.
And then Wendy suggested, you know,
Wow.
to go
Wendy
the Catholic route.
Yeah.
Yes, and then I took on the RCLA classes.
Okay.
To be it's a 12-month process for you to learn more about the Catholic faith. And for you to get confirmed and baptized. So I did all that process, and I'm sitting in front of you as a Catholic.
Big ups, man.
Yeah, thanks,
Very
man.
interesting, bro. Big ups. So, people always have this conversation or debate about you. That are you colored or are you undaki or colored?
I don't know.
Sharp, because like your name, I mean, you know, Bernard Parker, you know, it sounds like a white or colored name, but like you look black.
Sure.
You know, but obviously like you're Africans at the same time. Sharp, or like
I'm confused as well. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, but the dad is colored. You know, he is colored, but he's my skin type. He's dark. Mom is closer. She's closer from the Eastern Cape.
Okay, getting dark here, like black. Or colored as well, or mixed.
You know, those colored closers,
nothing like that, eh?
No, nothing like that.
Yeah, man. I understand that you're also good in running.
Long distance running.
Distance running and swimming as well.
Yeah, definitely. I thank God that I did that. You know, in my early stages of being a young man.
Yeah.
Because with the lungs that I built, you know, it sustained me in football. You know, it sustained me in football. I was
that's why you can still play at 38 now.
Yeah, football age. Yeah, but not to say much. But long distance running has always been my thing in primary school. I was the regional champ in long distance running in 1,200 meters.
Like 1,200 meters.
That's
how
2
many
rounds. It's 2 rounds.
12.
2 rounds. 1,200 meters. It's 2 rounds around the track. One round is excuse me. One round is 400. And then next one is 800. Oh, yes. So it's 4 rounds. Yes. Yes, it's 4 rounds. So, yes, I was the champ in...
Forward round.
Around the track. Around the track. Correction, round the track.
Stamina.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You get it?
Definitely.
Yeah. So then I also was doing Eastern Gauteng colors also for swimming. Breaststroke was my speciality for Eastern Gauteng. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it for nationals because of my height. I'm short. All the tall guys are winning, maybe because of the advantage they got. Yes. So I think I was blessed by doing those before football because that's what gave me the stamina.
The stamina to do all the rounds.
On the football field.
Let's get to football now, man. How did this celebration come about, and what is it called? Like we have the Sioux, the Sioux. Like what is this called?
It's called Winja.
Winja.
Basically, Winja. I'm untouchable. If we would put it in inverted commas, I'm untouchable. So that was designed by my friends growing up playing in the dusty streets. And I took it with me throughout my career.
Let's get to football now. Let's start with this game.
All right.
I'm gonna ask you.
I hope you will ask me about the game where we came and we played against Botswana and we won. Then we came again from the Premier Cup and beat Township Rollers. I hope you're going to ask me about that.
Don't worry about that, Bernard. Let's do this game now, huh? Messi or Ronaldo?
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo, CR7. Okay.
Yes.
Dr. Kumalo, choose monsieur.
Dr. Kumalo.
Mutuma. Okay. Neymar or Vinicius? Neymar Junior or Vinicius Junior?
Neymar Junior.
Neymar Junior. Summer or winter?
Summer.
Summer.
Yeah.
Okay. Lesotho or Botswana?
Botswana.
All right. Winter or Sue?
Winter. 100%.
Carlo Ancelotti or Pep Guardiola?
Carlo Ancelotti.
Carlo Ancelotti. Sizwe Mabena or Baba Mthethwa? Baba Mthethwa.
Great gentleman.
All right, yeah. Kune or Ronan Williams? Itimeleng Kune or Ronan Williams?
Can I say both?
Come on. No, just one.
No, Kune.
Yeah. Getting back to football now. Thunder Royal Zulu. Yeah, that's where you surface to most of us, you know. Yeah, football lover. We used to love the PSL, huh? PSL used to be hot, bro.
I'm telling you, bro.
PSL used to be crazy.
I'm telling you, bro.
You know,
I
we
was
always
even
have this
saying
conversation with my boy about PSL back in the days where we had Terrafontaine, you know, where Ajax Cape Town was just crazy.
Crazy, yeah.
You know, what happened to PSL, bro?
Hence, I'm saying I had a conversation earlier on with one of my members of the team.
Yeah.
I said, you know, today's players, they don't make them no more like before.
Right.
You know, like before.
Right.
We were just something else.
Huge crop of players.
Exactly.
You know, you go to Bloemfontein Celtic, Moses Pandil was there.
Top.
John Maduka was there. Like, you know, they had this Nigerian keeper. Like, what's his name? Like the Bloemfontein Celtic. Like, what's his name?
What was his name? I forgot his name.
I forgot his name.
Yeah, but you remember him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like there was just, I mean, you'd go to any club, bro. Like, you know, back then you could watch, because like for me, I'm a Kaizer Chiefs fan, okay? Yeah. But back in the days, you could watch other clubs, you know, like you could watch maybe Celtic against Ajax.
Yes.
You get it? You could watch Engine Santos against maybe Sundown. You get it? You wouldn't just watch your club or your arch rivals. It's just like how we do now.
Exactly. And it was tough.
Bruh,
it was tough. The
was
competition gaps were like close.
Yeah.
Right now, there's a big gap. There's a big gap. So
do you think that you would have made it then?
The current players, the current generation wouldn't have made it then, I would say. I would say, you know, those were tough times.
Yeah.
Those were tough times. They were character times, I would say.
So you can see the decline as well.
I can see the decline. To be honest, mostly in the passion, the spirit, the effort levels as well. You know, currently it's more of lifestyle. It's more of lifestyle. It's more of just doing it for doing it. You know. Yeah. Back then, you know, you done it for a purpose. You want to stamp a mark. You want to be part of history. You want to become a national player. You want to work so much that you want to even be recognized internationally. You want to make a name for yourself. But currently, you know, maybe we can say it's the money because most of the players, you know, they work so hard in the smaller teams, and once they get recognized and they get a bit of a better salary. Their passion, their attitude, their effort levels gets a bit diluted.
Why is it so though? Because you think that the more money you make, the more you get motivated. Also, it's more like an African thing. You get it? You see what happens in Europe? You offer maybe Saka, for instance. You know, like a huge contract, like it doesn't affect his game. Or his lifestyle or whatsoever. But in Africa, that is always the case. Why?
That is what I'm busy building now through the foundation. With my foundation work. You know, soccer and them, they've got a solid team or vehicle or mentorship behind them. You know, and in South Africa, we don't. We don't. We let players be, we let them do what they want to do, and then it's fine. We'll find another one. Whereas we could have protected that player, and we could have made that player to become a household name or the player to become the next big thing. We have to protect the mind of the player. The mind, if I would say the mindset, the mental health, the attitude of the player. So that can be protected. Hence, we focus so much on physical preparation, and then you get to where you want to be, and the next thing, there's so much social things happening out here, and with all these so much social socials that are happening, both physically and on your phone as well. You know, it a bit tempers with the mind, you know, and you tend to get sucked into it. And then focus is lost where your bread and butter is, which is what you do best. So with the sports psychology that I'm currently doing, and with the life coaching that I'm currently doing, I want to close that gap. I want to close that gap because we can save a lot of professionals, you know, and we can also get the best out of these professionals at a longer period in their career, not just 2 or 3 years or maybe overnight and then they're gone again, but to let them enjoy themselves and let them do what they do best over a long period of time. So I would say in today's day and age, you know, there's so much things happening. There's really so much things happening. I can even take my phone out here. I can DM Vinicius Jr. If he accepts my DM, I'm chatting with him. You know what I mean? That's how you can get to anybody now in this world. So anybody out there can message me, DM me right now. And if I see I'm interested in this person who is bringing something to me, I will reply to that. You know what I mean? But back then it wasn't like that. So there wasn't much distractions of what we got today. Also in the entertainment industry, there's a lot happening. There's a lot happening. So but those that can't be controlled. But the human being can be controlled. So you got to have a team behind you if you are serious about what you want to achieve in your career.
Junior Kanye always emphasizes on the background. He would say that most South African players, they come from difficult backgrounds. And he believes that, well, speaking for himself and for his story, you know, he would array it to other players as well. He would say the background contributes a lot to how players turn out. It makes sense, to be honest, but I would wonder, same applies to players who are based in Europe.
Thank you.
I mean, if you look at how Marcus Rashford, like where they come from, like they come from the gutters.
Exactly.
You know, like most of this, but
worst of all, look at the South Americans.
Thank you.
We can relate
South
to them
Americans.
because we are the same as them. And look where they end up.
So one would say that South African players and African football players, to say, like, they're spoiled. You get it? You look at rugby players. Siya Kolisi comes from the gutters as well.
Thank you.
But look at how he's living right now. Like, no excuses, no, I come from a difficult background or whatsoever. You know, like, he's flourishing right now.
Thank you.
But for footballers, it's totally different. You know, and it's like it grows.
It grows. It gets worse. It gets worse and worse and worse.
It gets worse. It gets worse. They would say it's the money, but as the fans would question, what if it's the money? Like, there's a whole lot of money in Europe. Like, those guys are still centered.
Thank you.
You see, but with us, it's like, it's just not working out. You know, I think it's a good thing that you are doing this, because I think it's much of a psychological thing or whatsoever. Or it comes from our comfort. I don't know. I think that black players are just comfortable. You know, like, that's what I think. You know, South African and African players in general.
African players, yes.
In general. You see, even when you take a player from Botswana, like, you take him to South Africa, you know, like, it's a higher league, you know, they hardly excel. some do excel, but deep solo
Yes, yeah.
they are there.
Yeah.
We have some Kobo Morocco as well.
Yeah.
But only a few.
Sure.
Others they don't excel there because it's a tougher league compared to where they are. I don't know, bro. I mean, we were like the other day, you'd see other players trending like for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Like you'd see maybe a lodge like that thing.
Exactly.
It was viral
What happened
and all
recently.
that.
Yeah.
You'd never, as much as Man City would win the league, like they'll go out, celebrate, get drunk and all that.
Yeah.
Like it's fine. It's okay. Tomorrow they're back, like the next weekend they're back playing the FA Cup against Man U, stuff like that. But with us, like with us it's totally different. Players go out, players do, a whole lot of different stuff. So I really don't know why is it that. And you also mentioned the passion as well. Do they play for the badge anymore?
I don't think so. I don't think so. So I would recommend all the professional football clubs. To make sure that because we can't control the external stuff outside of football. But the professional clubs can control and appoint somebody that can control the mind and the mindset of the player internally. So he knows whatever stuff that's happening out there, he knows in the back of my mind. I've been told, I've been made aware about, I've been warned about, I know what I'm gonna face. I would know how to handle this types of moments. And I would also know how to carry myself out there as well. And when it comes now back into the club environment as well, you know what type of standards to keep as well, because we set standards amongst each other to say we keep a certain standard as well. But we tend to let loose. When we are so tight, we tend to let loose. And then when we tend to let loose, a lot of players get lost. So I would say football, any sport, is not easy. If you want to be the best of the best, whether it's you are doing skiing or whether you are doing individual sport like boxing,
tennis,
yes. You got to pay the price. With all these advantages that you get, you have to pay the price with all these disadvantages. You have to sacrifice certain things. You have to cut off certain things, And also, you have to be a certain individual by being coachable, being receptive, teachable, being humble. Humility plays a big part as well, because that's where you receive your blessings from, if you being humble. So if you have somebody within the structures that can make you aware about these things and teach you about these things, so when you come across wherever with these things, you have it in the back of your subconscious mind to say, hey, you would think twice to say, hey, I cannot go into this direction, or maybe let me go into this direction, but I'm aware of what I'm getting myself into, So we should take it back if you want to break this. If you want to break this image that soccer players have, if you want to break this image, let's start in academies. I come from the School of Excellence, and at the School of Excellence, I can maybe count on my one hand how many players were ill-disciplined when they turned out professional. Most of us, we became top players, and those who didn't become top players, they became a manager of a certain company. They made a good life out of what they have been instilled in at the school. That solid foundation made them be helped us, I would say, in our adulthood. So we have to go back. We have to really go back, and do that. Because life at Kgosi, it's really not easy. It's really not easy. With all respect to Junior Kanya, we are the same age. He retired more than 10
Same
years.
age?
We're the same age. We played it under 23 together. We started together. We played under 23 together.
Okay.
And then it's just that he had his breakthrough earlier than mine.
Earlier
Earlier than mine. He just had his breakthrough earlier than mine.
Kanye was there about 2002. Huh?
Yeah.
2003. Is it right?
Yeah.
2002, 2006. Yeah, 2002. He was
2002. Yes.
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah, he was there. And
Okay.
then 2004 we played together.
Oh,
At
okay.
Amagluk.
Oh, yeah.
For
Under 23.
23.
Yeah.
So, but we always want to run back to Ekasi. We always want to run back to Ekasi. Because I know
stories of Lorato Chabang.
You know, you can name a lot.
Yeah,
You can name a lot. You can name a lot. We always want to run back to Kasi.
Yeah.
And currently, with honesty, I'm also fighting a player right now that comes through my mentorship that always wants to run back to Akasi. I told the parents themselves to say, I'm taking my hands off because you parents, you allowed this. I'm taking my hands off because you parents, I made you aware to say, if I tighten the screws here, you guys also have to tighten the screws
That's
here.
right.
You know,
Yeah.
so he knows that there's only one way he has to go, you know, and do not get distracted or go off ramp. Stay on the highway, stay on the freeway.
Yeah.
So, because I know I come from it, and we have lost so many players as well. So, this thing of running back to Ekasi, also running for entertainment as well. It really kills the mindset.
Yeah.
It really kills the mind of the players, and you tend to lose focus on where you need to have maximum focus as well. But also on this journey as well, education plays a big part.
Education as an
Education-
academics or education in overall?
Education overall, not only academics,
Okay.
because you know most of us are soccer players.
Yeah.
We drop out of school because of the hectic schedule of football.
Exactly.
We drop out of school because of the hectic schedule of football. And there's nothing wrong about that because you've perfected a skill, which is football.
Yeah.
And by you perfecting the skill will become it will become your career. You will make a living. You'll earn a living out of it.
Yeah.
So during your career, and now you don't have your matric certificate or you don't have your whatever to study what you wanted to study, maybe a doctor, a lawyer, or whatever. But where is the focus? The focus is in sport. The focus is in football. What do you do every day? Football. You eat, you dream, you sleep, you eat, football. Why don't you study within football?
Yeah.
Become sports management I took on, sports marketing I took on, personal training I took on, a lot of things I took on within sports, within football.
Yeah.
And I know that because my focus is there, my energy will flow within what I'm studying because I get to learn more and I get to understand, oh, that's why I have to be injury free. Oh, that's why the muscles are connected. Oh, that's why my manager is telling me to do this and that because I got a different perspective. Oh, that's why in marketing, I have to now make sure that I protect my brand. I have to make sure I have to keep a certain image. Then you get to understand these things because your focus is there and your energy flows. You know, you don't need to have a matric certificate and all of these things to take on these short courses. You do not have to have
Definitely.
that. You know, so also, why don't you educate yourself within what you love, what your passion is about?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, definitely. So is that the gap that you are trying to to tap into right now?
Yes, that's the gap that I'm trying to tap in right now. It's two vital pointers.
Yeah.
You know, it's very, very vital. It's the mindset.
Yeah.
And the education part. You got to understand that you are a business and you got to understand your role to the best of your ability.
Yeah.
And by understanding the role to the best of your ability, you have to be clear consciously. You have to be mentally strong. You know, because mental strength plays a big role in any athlete's life.
Yeah. Definitely. Let's go back to Thunder Royal Zulu now. From Thunder Royal Zulu, you went to FC20?
I went to Serbia.
Or to
I
Serbia?
went to Serbia, to Red Star Belgrade, Crvena Zvezda for 1 season.
1 season?
And then I got bought to go to Holland, to FC20.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I won the league with FC20.
How do you pronounce the league's name? Eredivisie what?
The Eredivisie.
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 Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you won the league there and in a cup. The
the
Johan
Johan
Cruyff.
Cruyff Schaal. Johan Cruyff Schaal.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
Holland might have been friendly to you. I mean, looking at the fact that like you speak Afrikaans and
Mhm.
it's close to Dutch and all that. Yeah, you might have had a good social stay there.
Yes, I had a great social stay. I think the club, because when I got there, the club automatically associated myself
Yeah.
with the family that's got South African heritage.
Yeah.
So I think that made my stay even more greater,
Yeah.
and that I could enjoy myself without feeling homesick,
Yeah.
So yeah. So
Yeah, you also there at FC20 you didn't get enough game time like to as you to stay there.
Yeah.
What do you think might have happened? I mean, like, was the team doing too good? Like, you couldn't crack
yeah,
in?
definitely,
Yeah, like you
definitely.
couldn't move anyone out or what?
Definitely, definitely, correctly. So the team was doing well.
Yeah,
We went on that year
Yeah.
to actually winning the league.
yeah,
Winning the league when we came up across your mighty Ajaxes, your mighty PSVs, your mighty
yeah,
RZs.
yeah,
And I was a youngster. I was only 22, if I can remember,
Yeah.
at that time. And players were already in their prime at that time.
Yeah,
As as they were already at their performing stage.
yeah.
And we won the league that time. And then as we won the league, the next year we qualified for Champions League.
Yeah.
And now when you qualify for Champions League, they needed to beef up the squad.
Yeah,
Get more quality players.
Yeah,
So a little bit the youngsters, we get a little bit less attention.
Yeah.
Because the club needed to participate,
Yeah.
to compete.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
say to
Yeah, to
compete
compete,
in
yeah.
the Champions League.
Yeah.
But I was part of the squad as well
Yeah.
during the Champions League campaign.
Yeah.
And then thereafter, I was again part of the team, being in the Europa League as well, but not getting much game time. I would say
Yeah.
because the team was doing so well, but
Yeah.
here and there,
Yeah.
I get to get my minutes as well. And when our coach left, who is now the current assistant coach at Manchester United, Steve McLaren.
Yeah.
When he left to go to Germany, a new coach came.
Yeah.
So when the new coach came, he made a clean sweep
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
in the squad. So because the squad, the team invested so much money trying to compete at that level. So when the new coach came, he needed to now make a clean sweep and start all over again.
Yeah.
With a complete lower budget.
Yeah.
So the foreign players always get to get the first review.
Yeah.
Because you're earning so much money and you hardly play.
Yeah.
It doesn't make investment sense.
Yeah.
As well. So then I went on loan to Panathinaikos in Greece.
Yeah, in Greece.
Yeah.
Yeah. You also tried a move with Leicester City. Yeah. It didn't materialize.
Yeah, definitely. Before I went to take on the loan at Panathinaikos in Greece, I took the trial at Leicester City when they were still in the championship.
Yeah.
Under the leadership of Sven-Goran Eriksson.
Yeah.
Trying to get the club promoted.
Yeah.
And I came, did well, and then
like you impressed.
Yes, I really
like
impressed.
during the trials and,
yes.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Mr. Yakubu.
Oh yeah, Yakubu.
Mr. Yakubu, yes, from the Nigeria, from Blackburn United.
Yeah.
He had a fallout with Sam Allardyce at Blackburn.
Okay.
And then he was offered to Leicester, to come on loan to help the team gain promotion.
Yeah.
So they took him over me. I could understand because he was a high-profile player.
Yeah, he was a high-profile player.
Yeah.
Back then. So I like to believe that FC20 give like they gave you your biggest paycheck, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
When you're in Holland, as a foreigner and in the first team, you are under a certain bracket,
Okay.
salary bracket package.
Uh-huh.
That is because they want to. I don't know what their rules, but they want to make sure that the foreign player is well looked after.
Oh yeah.
I would say yes.
Okay. What's the biggest paycheck that you've ever earned? Like the biggest.
Doom.
Let's go with Bernard. Come on. It's nothing.
Maybe that's a question for my agent that time, because maybe I was even earning more than that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he probably must have.
Oh yeah, you got it.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
But a monthly salary, if I can say in euros that time, the euro to the rand that time was between 11 and 10. The rand was strong that time.
Yeah.
And it was 27,000 euros.
Yeah, 27,000 euros.
27,000 euros
Yeah,
a
that's
month.
like times 11.
Times 11,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's like like almost 500k.
Say because it's times 11, you can say
No,
close to 300k.
Okay, 300k.
Yeah, you can say 300k. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not good with math, but anyway.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but the bonuses were out. The bonuses were out, because we won the league that year. So every game you win, you get bonus. You know, so that actually was at my spell at FC20 was.
But did you move with Wendy to?
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. When I moved from Serbia, she didn't stay with me in Serbia.
Okay.
Because of the rules in Serbia was a bit harsh in terms of bringing somebody over to come and live with you.
Yeah.
So then when I moved to Holland, actually was helped by, as I mentioned earlier on, by the family. To bring Wendy. So so she was with me since.
Interesting.
Since
never letting her out of your sight.
Never.
Never. Benny says Benny would always say back then, Benny McCarthy.
Yeah.
Back then, he would say that, like, he would always emphasize how European coaches had attitude towards African players.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you receive the same treatment? Or like your coaches were like they never treated you any differently because you were African or what? Because there was this thing that African players are lazy.
I wouldn't say lazy. I wouldn't say lazy, but that's why maybe Africa never won the World Cup. I would also, it goes back to the mindset and the mentality.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we were treated different because it was frustrating. It is still frustrating for a coach to have an African player being consistent for so many years. Not only one season or 2 seasons, but maybe being consistent for so many years, like being right through in your career.
Yeah.
And only a very few are consistent or were consistent. A very, 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 very few.
Yeah.
Especially the North Africans are very, very, very few. So when you're an African, you are automatically being tagged, with that, maybe because of the previous African players that came before us. But as African, you have to double your efforts.
Yeah.
You have to double your efforts. And also, you coming from a foreign country as an African, the same as a non-European.
Yeah.
You're coming to take somebody's job, and when you're coming to take somebody's job there, you're earning double.
Yeah.
You double as the local.
Yeah.
The reason why you're earning double as a local, because as a foreigner, you must be better than the local. You must always double your efforts. So it's not easy for us as Africans to double our efforts on a day-to-day basis. It's really not easy. So maybe that's the kind of feeling that Benny got, and maybe what I got as well. But maybe that's how I came to that understanding what I've just explained right now.
Yeah. There came a time where you had to leave Europe now.
Yeah.
Come back to South Africa. How did you feel then? Like, were you happy to make that move, or Was there any sort of disappointment that you didn't make it on in Europe?
Coming back, I wouldn't say it's a regret.
Mm-hmm.
I would just say I should have. It's It's a if. I should have or I could have stayed. You know, because I was still young at that time when I came back.
Yeah.
I think I was 25, 26 when I came back.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't even hit my prime yet. And then I came back home. What if I didn't come back home and I hit my prime?
Yeah.
You know, being at that level.
Yeah.
We would have been speaking a different story right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. But I felt like I was channeled. I was channeled or hey, English. You know, when we speak English now, this time the words don't come. The terabyte gets hot. You know, you were persuaded to say, you know, this is a Soweto giant. You know, every South African wants to play for a Soweto giant. This is your chance. This is your opportunity. You know, you're already a big name. You know, you can come in and make an impact.
Yeah.
And I did. I came back and I made an impact immediately. Boom, me hit the ground running.
I was also going to ask you why you chose Kaizer Chiefs, because I understand there were other offers in Europe, huh?
There were other offers in Europe.
Kaizer Chiefs.
I chose Kaizer Chiefs also maybe because of the package as well.
Or the package,
the salary, the moolah.
Oh, okay.
You know,
okay.
The moolah as
apparently
well.
You're earning over $1 million then, like at Kaizer Chiefs.
Hey, I don't know. I don't know. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? Let me call Chiefs and ask.
Call Jesse
right now.
Right now.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, like, you know, okay, yeah. I mean, I'm a Kgosi for life. He's an I'm a Kgosi for life. You know, like, you know, man, Chiefs is the most supported club in, like, Southern Africa. Definitely. And for me, you know, before we get to talk about Chiefs, for me, you know, I fell in love with football through Dr. Kumalo. Yeah. You know, like that's how I got to support Kaizer Chiefs. Sure. Oh, you as well?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's how I got to support Kaizer Chiefs and Bafana Bafana, you know, and I remained with them like even
for
beyond
life.
him.
For life.
Yeah, for life.
Yeah, sure.
Bafana so much. When he plays with Zabras, we still
support Bafana. That's how crazy, you know.
No, he needs to be reprimanded. He needs to be reprimanded.
That's how crazy it is. You know, I actually wanted to ask you, who made you fall in love with football? So it's Dr. Kumal. 16V.
16V.
Yeah.
No, with Chiefs.
Oh, with
not
Chiefs.
Not with football.
Oh, okay. Yeah, with football is who?
With football, with football, I just played football from primary school.
Oh, okay.
But then, let me tell you the story quickly. Sorry, I don't know if you've got more time.
Yeah, get real.
When Jerry Kosana at Orlando Pirates was scoring goals, left and right, he was scoring goals against Brian Boloy. You know, Pirates were on fire that time.
Yeah,
and then I was also playing in primary school, and I was the guy. So then one day I came home and the game was on. It was on a Saturday. I came from the grounds and it was on Saturday. And then my mom was watching soccer and Pirates were playing.
Yeah.
Then I asked my mom and I said, "Mommy, who is my father?" You know that. No, I knew who my father was, but you know, because I get to see him in the streets now and then, he wouldn't acknowledge me. When I was young, he wouldn't acknowledge me. But my mom that time told me that's my father, but they wouldn't acknowledge me. So in my mind, I was like, I don't have a father, you know. So then one day I just got home. I said, "Mom, who's my father?" "Jerry is your father." Because the game was on. She's like, Jerry is your father. Jerry is your father.
Too much questions. That is your
father. Yes. I think she was just irritated of me. So So then then I just said, no, maybe I'll become a striker.
Yeah.
And then at 90,
Just like your father, Jerry.
just like my father, Jerry.
Yes, yeah.
And then the first player that made me now realize to say it is possible. It is possible to become a professional football or to make it at that stage.
Yeah.
It was Burkina Faso when Benny McCarthy scored the 4 goals in the Nations Cup.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so then
in
I
the
was
18th area.
in the 18th
1998, yeah?
1998. It was
Yeah.
97.
Yeah,
Sorry,
no, like that AFCON, yeah, 1998.
1998
Yeah,
AFCON.
where Bafana Bafana were runners up.
Yes.
Coached by Jomo.
Goes by Jomo.
Yeah.
That very one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I said, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Benny McCarthy now made me realize that I want to become professional.
Oh, yeah.
I would
yeah.
say yes.
Benny's in the 18.
Benny's
oh,
in
yeah.
the 18 area.
Benny, yeah, he's Benny and you are Benny as well. Eh?
Yeah, definitely.
You know,
yeah.
The name made it sound possible.
Oh, yeah.
They're both colored,
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
both color.
Sure.
Exactly. So it means that you have always been a fan of Kaizer Chiefs.
I've always been a fan of Kaizer Chiefs, Kgosi and at home.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when you chose
Chiefs.
it, you were already a fan.
Already a fan,
Yeah.
yes.
Dream
yes.
come true.
Dream come true.
Yeah.
And when I was a fan already, because everybody used to talk about Dr. Kumalo, he's the
legend.
The legend.
Mutumwa.
Yes,
16V.
the 16V.
Yeah.
And then when I started to follow Kaizer Chiefs seriously, it was Belenovete. Siyabonga Belenovete.
Yeah.
Because I think maybe Belenovete was just running for everything. He was running for everything.
I was always running,
Yes,
man.
and I just pictured myself also running for everything,
Yeah.
you know. So
Yeah, man. So Bernard Parker went on to make his dream move to Kaizer Chiefs. 11 years there. 2 league titles, Nedbank Cup, MTN 8. Yeah, man. Over 350 caps.
Yeah.
And over 60 goals. That's
over 60 goals,
61 or
64. I've
Or
got 64,
Okay, yeah.
on all competitions.
Okay, yeah, over 60 goals. And he won the Golden Boot with 10 goals.
Yeah, it was a crazy season.
Yeah.
It was a crazy season. I think, how did I win the Golden Boot? With 10 goals. And maybe I shouldn't have won that Golden Boot with 10 goals.
Yeah,
because why. Carry on.
There's this concern as well. I mean, for us football fans, like no goals in the PSL, you know? Yeah, like the PSL doesn't have more goals compared to the other leagues out there. Why is it so? I mean, the other season you were a runner-up to Kila Mpela.
Yes.
Yeah, who won the Golden Boot with 13 goals.
Yes. And then I was the joint Golden Boot scorer with Katlego Mashego on 14 goals as well.
I mean, why is it that like the PSL doesn't have more? You know, at first we thought, maybe like the great goalkeepers there, but but also, you would have a scenario whereby Collins Mbesumi has scored 35 goals in the PSL one season.
Correct.
He goes to Portsmouth, like he doesn't deliver there.
Yeah.
I mean, why is it that the PSL doesn't have more goals? Like you as a striker, like someone who has played as a striker.
Yes, that's what I was gonna get to. I'm not a striker, guys.
No, but you used to be a striker.
Hence, I'm saying I didn't. I shouldn't have received that Golden Boot award because most of my career I played as a winger, a left winger or right winger, because I use both feet, and I play behind the striker. So when I came to Chiefs, I played behind Knowledge Musona. The following season, I played behind Ntlogonolo Majoro, behind Kingston Nkata, behind Katlego Mpela at Bafana Bafana, behind all the other strikers I played.
Oh,
but it's just
you've
because
never played as an outright striker.
Sometimes I play as an outright striker, but it doesn't work. I would be put there because of my goal scoring ability. But my height, my strength, you can see how skinny I am. So that was the disadvantage. That's why I couldn't play as like an outright number 9 striker, But my attitude and my willingness to get inside of the box and my timing getting inside of the box combined with my technique that I've got with both feet equally, made me get goals.
Yeah.
And by getting goals, people portray me as a striker.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Apparently, you're actually left-footed, but you have more goals on the right leg,
Correctly
right?
so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, very crazy.
Yeah.
Very crazy. I think I learned this after that game against Spain, like where you scored against Valverde.
Yes.
Yeah.
We made history.
Yeah, bro.
Yes, made history.
How do you feel, man, after beating Spain?
Spain were the world champs that time. Spain were the world champs.
Yeah.
And after the World Cup, they made a tour. They made a world tour.
Yeah.
Because when you're the champs, you automatically qualify for the next World Cup. So you don't have to play qualifiers and that. So they came to South Africa, full squad.
I remember that
your
being
Ramoses,
very well.
your PKs, your
Victor
Canzolas, your Victor Valdes. Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
David Villa.
Was there.
They came with all their guns.
Yeah.
And here we are as a young squad, coached by the leadership of Gordon Egerson, and finding myself in this position by chopping Victor Valdes.
Yeah, that chip.
Chopping
bro.
Victor Valdes. The only South African to score, the only squad to win against Spain.
Against Spain.
And who scored the winning goal,
Big ups, man.
Myself.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
Crazy.
and history was made at the FNB Stadium.
Yeah, before we get to Bafana now, let's talk a little, a minute or so about Kaizer Chiefs. Dream come true, for you to play for Kaizer Chiefs. How does it feel like to play for a club like Kaizer Chiefs in South Africa?
Oh, if you would say feel, we would be able to sit here until tomorrow. But it's just an indescribable feeling. It's just out of this world.
Yeah.
It feels like a dream come true.
Yeah.
You're living your dream right now. Maybe I could say a fairy tale, or your dream has become a reality, but I can't describe the feeling.
Yeah.
But it's just totally out of this world, and me representing a badge with such magnitude, and history.
Yeah, you even became the captain. Yeah.
And I led the team to the Champions League final. Unfortunately, we got a red card in the final, but I still believe we could have won that final.
Yeah, definitely.
We got a red card in the final. I led the team to the Champions League final, first ever Champions League final.
Maybe
it's history again. The first captain to be in the Champions League final. Also, coming the all-time goal scorer for Kaizer Chiefs as well in the PSL era. Before many greats who has donned their jersey. I would say that's history as well. Being in the top 5 of playing over 30 Soweto derbies as well. That's history as well. So I would say I left the club with great honor and a lot of history. Apparently,
Naturin is the best football home in South Africa, is it so?
Institute.
Institution. Best football institution.
Institution. I would say on the continent as well, because I have visited Morocco as well. At Raja Casablanca, at Wydad. I haven't seen Egypt, but in Tunisia, I also seen Esperance and all that. And the village is by far world-class standard. I would say when it comes to European standard. And I would say that we just have to thank the people who made it all possible for us and for South African football.
Hey, now Chiefs is struggling, bro. I mean, hey, now it's just hey, bro.
I'm a Tears Galaxy. I'm a TS Galaxy. TS Galaxy. Yeah.
With your experience, you've played everywhere, man. Like you've scored a whole lot of goals against everyone that you can think of. You know, you've been the captain of the club. Quickly, what do you think the problem with Kaizer Chiefs is at the moment?
Fans,
like to ask the fans. Like coaches come and go. And ever since a long time back, like there were always this talk, Bobby this, Bobby that.
Hey,
now
there's a blame game.
Tugrel was saying that Kaizer Jr. is not ready, he's not mature enough to handle that team stuff like that. From your perspective as BurnOut Parker, what do you think the problem with Kaizer Chiefs is right now?
Hey, I don't know. I don't know. I'm still playing, and I'm at a club who's competing against Kaizer Chiefs.
Okay.
So with all due respect, I respect my club.
Okay.
I respect my club. But there's a lot of things that's been thrown out there in the media, from people who know the club. I also know the club as well. You ask me the question as well.
Yeah.
And they throw in their perspective, and they throw in their thoughts, and they throw in what they think or what they feel.
Yeah.
And football doesn't have an answer.
Yeah.
In football, there's no answer in football.
Yeah.
Every week, it's something different.
Yeah.
So there's no answer in football. That's why they call it the beautiful game.
Yeah.
In football, there's no problem.
Yeah.
In football, there's no problems. There's challenges.
Yeah.
And I think with the challenges that are happening at Kaizer Chiefs, it can be solved, but it's a process.
Yeah.
It's a process, and with that process, we just have to trust the process. And when we trust the process, we have to just make sure we do everything to the best of our ability to make sure within this process we progress.
Yeah.
We progress in terms of where we want to be and where we want to go. What is this thing now on my mind that I also wanted to say that I've played under coaches as well.
Yeah.
Which is when Gavin Hunt took over.
Yeah.
After Steve Compella, then Gavin Hunt took over after Steve Compella.
Solina?
Yes, Solina. Sorry, after Steve Compella. Then it was Gavin Hunt who faced the ban when we couldn't sign players.
Yeah.
And then it was we couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
And then let me start again. After winning the league, Steve Compella came in. He made changes.
Yeah.
A lot of players left. Tuliane, Tefuma Shamaite, a lot of players left.
Yeah.
And other players, a big number of players came in. So it has to be now to start over again.
Yeah.
And we just didn't hit the ground running. And then a next coach came in, which was Solinas also. Another 10 out, another 15 in.
Yeah.
It just couldn't, we just couldn't get the ball rolling again. Then the coach had to go, and then another coach came in, So within the process of Kaizer Chiefs trying to find their feet, they just didn't hit the ground running until today. So it's very difficult within this game of football for you to get the ground running. So that's just what I can say.
Definitely. Okay, I think we were talking about TS Galak. No.
About Zungu. Did
Zungu.
we ever?
Yes. So you guys are cool now. You don't have a problem with.
No, never. I never.
Football team.
We never came across anything or any mishap.
But
in the past or whatsoever.
But I always thought that a player would go an extra mile and maybe like send a text or call you hiding.
Not even a text, man. That's not an extra mile. A text is arrogance, I would say. It's not the extra mile. I would go the extra mile and pick up the phone.
Yeah.
And talk to you.
Yeah.
I would say that. That is just after a text.
Yeah.
If I would say I would show love, then I would come and visit you.
Yeah.
I would come and see you, actually. as well to see how you're doing, and from there on I track the recovery process as well, but none happened. So it was just a normal Instagram text, so maybe that's the type of person he is, because I don't know what type of person he is. As I'm saying that I've never sat in conversation with him, I've never hanged out with him, I've never being in his presence much. I would say it was just football in the tunnel, in and out stuff. So maybe that's the type of person he is. But I forgave him long ago, and I'm at peace.
Yeah, definitely. The good thing is that you have recovered now. Before we get to your book, Bernard, are you loving your stay at TX Galaxy?
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Actually, because I've been appreciated so much, maybe because of what I've done in the game.
Yeah.
And feeling that appreciation and that love, makes me give my everything to the club. I'm giving my everything to the club, and I'm enjoying my stay there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, are you going to extend your stay there?
Are
are you still going to? I mean, for a player like CR7, he says he wants to play until or beyond 40. What about you? I mean,
I'm not CR7.
What about you?
I'm not CR7, but it's up to the chairman. I was actually supposed to meet the chairman before I made my trip here to Gabs. So I will see the chairman when I get back to South Africa to discuss now the way forward, whether I will exercise my option, or whether any position that he would like to put me in the club structure, because he definitely said to me that for as long as TX Galaxy exists, you have a place here. So maybe I can become the bus driver. I don't know, but but something within the club,
He wanted me to ask him about the time that they beat Botswana, but no, I'm not gonna ask him that. But let's quickly talk about your book now. Bernard. From a shack to destiny. Bernard Parker. You say how do you pronounce it?
Dehorned.
Or Dehorned.
Dehorned.
Okay, yeah,
yes.
Dehorned. Ninja. Top dog.
Sure.
Yeah, man. This book you explained earlier on. How did it come about and all that? Who should buy it and why should they buy it?
Yes, please. This is your tool. This is your tool to become a top professional, the modern professional.
Yeah.
So this is Bernard Parker, the modern professional. This is a person who comes from difficult circumstances, which most footballers do come from.
Yeah.
Very tough upbringings. And that boy child or girl child that has a dream, because of the upbringing, they don't think the dream can materialize or come true.
Yeah.
Here I am sitting in front of our viewers here that dreams do come true. I'm the living testimony.
Yeah.
And coaches that has coached me are in this book that I got interviewed by Dr. Charlie Peterson.
Yeah.
I've got a forward by Dr. Kaizer I've got a forward by my role model, Benny McCarthy. I've got interviews by from players that I played with.
Yeah.
And also my family members, and also the people who I grew up in the streets. So everything here is in here. Also how I educated myself within understanding myself better and my role, and how to be in society as well.
Yeah.
And this is the tool for any modern professional if they want to take their career to the next level. This is a tool for a young boy child, girl child who is in academy, who is aspiring to become a top footballer or athlete.
Yeah.
And this book I want to maximize as much as I can, because we do have role models, and we do have people that we look up to, and we want to be like those people, but you never get to touch those people, you never get to come close to those people.
Yeah.
And then you are even not yourself, because you want to become like that person.
Yeah.
Here I am, on the ground level, and reachable as well, that can tell you or advise you or give you more of hope for you to reach your dreams.
Yeah. Like the first thing that I see on the
excuse me.
Yeah, like on the back pages, Dr. Kaizer Chiefs. Yeah, did he play a big role in your career?
He played a big role, and also to the rest of the South African fraternity, football fraternity as well, because of how they went through the struggle to make this football thing happen for us in South Africa.
Yeah.
And just his presence, gives you automatically gives you that father figure. It gives you a whole lot of wisdom as well when he even opens his mouth to you. So, and what he has said about me in this book, interesting, very, very, very interesting. I was surprised. I was surprised what he thought of me.
Yeah.
And he actually acknowledged me when I sat in his presence, and he said, he really, really, really commend me for what I've done for the club and for such a long period of time. Not many, 11 years. Not many players, legends that call themselves legends. Has made it so long. People play 3 years for the club. That's where you sit, and people play 3 years for the club, and then they leave, and then
they go to Sundowns to make money.
Yeah, and then they call themselves legends. And here I am that has been at the club for over a generation.
Yeah.
Is it a generation? 10 years, the generation.
Yes,
over a generation.
Yeah.
Yes. So he said he definitely gave me that tag of being a legend.
Definitely. So it's for aspiring athletes only. I mean, can I get the book like as a podcaster?
Definitely.
Or as an entertainer? Or
definitely.
As a accountant or as a...
please come get your book.
Yeah.
Please come get your book at the launch.
Yeah, at the launch.
At the launch. Please come get your book, and I will personally sign it for you.
Okay.
After the launch, I will be signing session,
Right.
a meet and greet signing session. So I'll personally sign your book for you. And I'm excited. I'm looking forward to the launch.
Yeah. Your coaching clinic, is it going to be? Is it a once-off thing? I mean, in Gaborone, is it a once-off thing, or you're going to?
No. It's an ongoing thing. It's an ongoing thing, and I'm just saying ongoing thing. We from Saturday, we want it to be a bigger thing. A bigger thing. We have already spoken about it. Now in person, we've been communicating. Virtually, but now we've officially spoken in person. Yeah. And now that I get the idea, I was like, wow, this thing is big. No, guys, I am Bernard Parker, and I want to make a big impact. In Botswana, and making that big impact, we have to make a big impact by impacting the boy child and girl child's lives.
Definitely.
Yeah.
How was it like at the office of the president?
I had goosebumps on my skin.
One more question about the book. Is it only available in soft copy, or is it available digitally?
For
hard
now,
copy, you meant to say.
Hard copy, yes.
Yeah.
For now, the book is available hard copy online only. And the reason why I'm saying online only, because as I mentioned earlier on, I want to do the groundwork. Doing the groundwork as much as I can and stretch as much as I can and reach out as much as I can. From there on, it can be in the stores, but we that time will come. And after being in the stores, we're also looking to get the book to be audio as well. So it's within the process, I would say.
Yeah. This is Overview Podcast.
Yeah.
Our avid listeners and viewers that are called the overviewers.
Oh, right.
Shouldn't you work on a certain discount for the overviewers?
Yeah.
On the book? Okay, I know, like we'll talk. We'll talk after. We'll talk business. Yo, how many minutes are we left with? 2 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes. Yeah, quickly. Bruh, are we gonna end this conversation without talking about Bafana Bafana? I mean, bro, like you played for Bafana.
Yeah.
You played in the World Cup, right?
Yeah.
How has it always been representing Bafana, bro? Like, You even scored an own goal that time. What a just. You remember?
I remember.
Bruh.
Who wouldn't forget such?
Hey,
not
bruh.
even the internet forgets it. As soon as you put in Parker, it says own goal.
You know
Immediately.
Bro, it felt like I could just crack the TV and
and
move
pull
you
me out.
Yeah. Yeah, but you recovered from that though.
Of course.
Yeah.
How many great players have scored own goals in their career? I'm not the first.
Yeah.
I know many great
Karaga
players.
is the most. Yeah.
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 you know. So but on the other end as well, if you have to spin it on the other end as well. On the same game, in the same match, where I scored an own goal, I scored a goal as well.
Yeah, you scored first, eh?
I scored first, and then I equalized the own goal. Then I equalized, but we needed to win. The worst part of it, we needed to win.
Also, like the embarrassing moment where we thought Bafana is qualified and then we celebrated.
Oh
celebration and
exactly.
all that. It turned out that
bruh. Hey, it turned out our calculations were wrong.
Bafana.
I've been through a lot, and it's in here. It's in here. Everything. Yeah.
But
so
how was it like playing for Bafana, bro? Like wearing that jersey. I mean. Won by Macfish, Dr. Kumalo, like a whole lot of Neil Tovey, Eric Tinkler,
yeah, a whole lot. Donning the jersey, you feel proud.
Yeah,
you feel proud, like an honorable citizen, representing your country.
Yeah,
at an international stage. It's such a great feeling.
Yeah.
And with that feeling, I made sure that I'm gonna turn this feeling into greatness, and I did, and and I became the third all-time goal scorer behind Benny McCarthy and Sean Bartlett.
Yeah.
On 23 goals.
Yeah, 23 goals.
Yes.
After 73 caps.
After 73 caps.
Yeah.
As well, I've played the World Cup.
Yeah.
I've played the FIFA Confederations Cup.
Yeah.
I played into 3 AFCONs.
Yeah.
So I did a lot.
Certified legend, eh?
Yeah.
Ghost, is he a certified legend? Guys, is he a certified legend?
Is that even a question?
Legend. You're a legend.
Thanks, man.
You're a legend, bro.
Thanks,
bro,
my
like
brother.
The World Cup, I mean, home soil, first time in Africa. How did it feel like, bro? Like, how did it feel like?
The whole world stood still, and I felt like the whole world was in South Africa. At the same time. That's an unbelievable feeling, and being part of history.
Part of
that
it.
was history.
Yeah, let's talk about the Shaba goal, bro.
Oh,
like that moment, how did you feel, bro?
If
like
I can,
celebration and everything.
If I can demonstrate now, guys, I'll break your equipment. But that whole stadium erupted.
Yeah.
Oh, the whole stadium erupted, and I'm sure the rest of the continent as well, because I'm sure the continent was supporting Bafana Bafana.
Yeah.
Reason why, because we were the host, being the first World Cup on the continent, and what a way for our very own African boy to score the opener. What a legend. He's a great person. He's a wonderful athlete. And he's a businessman as well, somebody, a great person also to look up to, so he's
Does
definitely
the Arsenal kit look good on
a
him?
legend. We saw that. No, I even teased him about it. I said, how dare you busy cheering Man City and posting Man City stuff and all of it, and then you go to wear the Arsenal jersey. Why you backstabbing Man City? Knowing that Arsenal was competing with Man City to win the Premier League. But it definitely looked good on him. I was just saying to myself, a younger you in that kit would have suited you perfectly.
What's your take on Coach Hugo Bruce? I mean, for a podcaster like me, I like him because he's an honest coach.
Straightforward.
Yeah, but I always see a whole lot of backlash after.
That's what South Africa needs. South Africa really needs honesty.
Yeah.
Because it's too much of shortcut. It's too much of explanations. It's too much of complaining.
Yeah.
And it's too much of scratch your back, scratch my back, which I've seen in the game as well. And it's too much of favoritism as well. But the straightforwardness of Coach Hugo Bros has brought more honesty out of the players, making sure that the players look in the mirror, saying, am I honest to myself in the mirror? Am I gonna give an honest performance as well? So it's what South Africa needs now. We really need honesty for us to grow. Yeah. And we know the truth hurts. Yeah. And we all like to shy away from the truth. But I think at times you need to face the truth for you to grow. Yeah.
Last question now. Why do you think South African coaches are not excelling in the coaching department? I mean, like, we only have
on the international stage, also.
No, even like locally, bro.
Oh, locally.
I mean, like, that just it's Igisant and who?
It's Given Hunt,
Steve
Compella.
Steve.
That has been quite long in the industry.
Okay, yeah. Rulani now. Benny. Who else? I don't know. Yeah, like just a few.
It's just a few. Don't forget also we have Bradley Canel, who's doing great things in the MLS. Yeah. We've got Coach Fadlo Davids, who's doing great things in the North African continent. We know Coach Pizzo has made us realize that it is possible to coach outside and abroad. You can make a name for yourself outside and abroad. So I'm glad that we got to see that it is possible. So why didn't this happen years back? Yeah. Why didn't this happen years back, where we could stretch ourselves further and
even outside the country,
in other countries, and compete with the greats, as well. So thankful to Benny McCarthy, who's just after me, in terms of the generation. He's also giving us, an eye opener to say, it is possible. To get yourself at that level in a coaching perspective. Yeah. So I think it's for us as local coaches at home. As I'm saying us, because I also obtain a KFC license.
Okay, interesting.
So it is possible for us, to make a mark out there. So if the likes of Benny are doing it, the likes of Coach Pizzo are doing, why can't we do it? Yeah. So it's time for us to I wouldn't say wake up, to realize that we can make a difference in ourselves and invest in ourselves so that we can bring the best out of our players.
Yeah, definitely. Bernard Parker, how did it feel when you won against Botswana?
How you finally asked
I think it's in Moses Mabhida, right? Like, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, no, was I at that game? I can't remember. Yeah. I can't remember, but the light blue colors. Yeah. The light blue colors. Yeah. And I think it was the captain at that time, the centre back. Is it Kloppy? What?
Who?
What was his the centre back?
Or like from Botswana?
From Botswana.
I don't remember, bro. Remind me.
Is it
try his name?
Is it Kloppy? I can't remember.
It's definitely not Ditlok, right?
Ditlok.
Like Ditlok way.
No, Ditlok.
He plays for Chiefs.
No.
Yeah. Ditlok. Come on.
Centre back by then.
Like the captain.
His legs of steel.
No. He played with Dipsy. He was on the same team with Dipsy. He played for Super Sport.
He played Morori Rabonamo.
Yes.
Morori Rabonamo.
Yes, him.
Mogori Gabonamo.
Zenaroga Truce.
Oh yes,
short,
yes. He was the captain at that time, and he hit me so hard. Oh, he hit me so hard. He hit me with a tackle. Hitting the ball first, and then he had a follow through with the leg, and then he fell on my ankle.
Hey, but man plus ball.
Hey, man plus ball.
Yeah.
We won the game, but and he gave me that tackle towards the last minutes of the game.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't continue after that. So hence I'm saying I remember that game when we played against Botswana.
Yeah.
And I scored a free kick.
Yeah, ne?
I scored a free kick.
Yeah.
We won 2-1.
Yeah.
2-1.
Yeah.
Yes, we won 2-1. If I can remember.
Yeah, you also played against Township Rollers twice, if not thrice, huh? Like
Twice.
Kaizer Chiefs.
Yes.
Twice.
I visited
That time on
twice.
the CAF game, huh?
It was a preseason friendly, and the first one was a preseason friendly, and the second one was a CAF game.
Yeah.
When we opened up the stadium in Freetown?
Yeah, Francistown.
In Francistown,
Yeah,
when we
Francistown.
opened up the stadium there as well. Beautiful stadium.
Yeah.
I'm so happy and thankful for the BFA.
Yeah.
For the great work that they're doing in Botswana, in the southern region of Africa.
Yeah.
You know, this FA is doing great, and I think it's one of the fastest growing leagues.
Yeah.
In the southern part of the continent.
Yeah.
And I think from here on it's only onwards and upwards.
Yeah.
You know, and great work and big ups to the FA for doing such a great job.
Bernard Melvin Parker. Thanks a lot, bro.
Awesome.
Apparently it's time up like we were very. You know, we could go for 3 or 4 hours. I mean, yeah, a legend, guys. I mean, right? A legend,
thanks,
guys, a legend. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Bernard Parker,
Thank you,
man. Fresh from elections, did you vote?
Close it up, bro.
Yes, I voted.
You voted? Which one?
It's off. It's off.
Oh, okay.
I voted for the winning party.
Bernard Parker, thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate you.
Yes.
All the best with the book, the coaching clinic, and your journey beyond football, you know, or beyond as a player.
Oh,
Yeah, but I like to believe that you're going to remain in football.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for the Overview podcast, for having me.
Yeah.
One love and peace out.
And this is how we sign out, baby. With a we are.
From the capital, this station is now the ultimate power in the universe.